Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now, and I'm here today with hip hop artist Oracle Jayne Doe. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, congratulations on the upcoming release this month of your new song.
I dropped a single on May 1st, and it's called Rebel, and we'll be having a video coming really, really soon. I'm sorry, April 1st we dropped Rebel, and then May 1st I dropped the video for a song called Hard Work.
You really are more than a hip hop artist. You have a lovely singing voice. What is your musical background?
I have a gospel background. My musical background is gospel. I sang in church, and I sang with a lot of, just friends when I was younger, just singing. And I didn't really rap in church. And so it was just like a time where I started to fuse them together. And that's what that's what came of it is me now. It's like my music is fused with hip hop and soul music and a little bit of gospel, just the vibe of the gospel. And I like to make sure I have music that's like entertaining and people feel filled when they're finished.
Well, I do. So who can we credit with being your musical influences?
I would say the musicians that I really enjoy the most are Nina Simone, Nina Simone, I would say Nina Simone, Lauryn Hill, Michelle Indigale cello, and maybe a little bit of Queen Ifrica from Jamaica. Just like that's what I've heard. Those are the four names that I've heard constantly. My voice and my tone sounds a lot like them. And actually, I really listen to a lot of Nina Simone and a lot of Lauryn Hill, so that's probably why I get that.
You're also a personal trainer who mixes aspects of fitness with your videos. Tell us how you blend your two careers.
You know what? At first, I didn't know how I was gonna blend my two careers, but the opportunity came about from a group of people from Australia called the Black Dogs, and that group asked me to do a couple songs with them, and they were like real high-powered dance music, and I figured, wow, what a way to fuse it together because that music keeps your heartbeat going. It's a constant heartbeat and I always wanted to have music like that. And so I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great to just show my fitness side? Because that's what we do in fitness. We keep the heart rate going, and that music keeps the heart rate going. So I figured it would be the perfect time to like show it together. And plus, I'm building a brand. OJD is a brand. Oracle Jayne Doe is a brand. So it's a part of my brand building aspect. So I figured it would be great to fuse what I do outside of music with what I do because it's all, to me, it's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the musical process. If you have a good physical body and physical presence, it's easier for you in the business. So I figured, why not put them together?
Well, you did that one video where you were hiking in the Los Angeles hills, right? Which song was that?
That song is going nowhere, and that was a song that I did a while ago. I didn't put it on my album. It was on my mixtape that came out a while ago, and it was just to kind of introduce people to what my project was going to be like. I don't know if you've seen how I was running uphill. I feel like life is an uphill battle, and we're all trying to get to the top. So that's what that video was for. But the recent release, Hard Work, is also me training a group of girls and then them showing me how to twerk and then going out that night and showing, what we worked on and how it's hard work to look so good. So I'm really trying to like keep the brand together, keep it together and tight.
Hey, we know it's hard work to look this fabulous.
Yes, it is.
Well, you have your own website, as you said, and I absolutely love the Da Vinci pose of you on your homepage of oraclejanedoe.com. It's awesome.
Thank you. That was an idea that I came up with a long time ago because to me it represented the blueprint of a man, you know. And for me, my music represents the blueprint of a new woman, a new age Renaissance woman. And so that's what it represented to me. The picture represented of me represented me. If you look at it, I'm inside the circle, which means I'm inside the circle of the business, but I'm outside of the box on my picture. And so it was symbolic. It meant a lot to me when I seen it. And I told people that I was going to do it, and some people went, no one's going to know what that is. No one understands that. That's, you know, Da Vinci, you know, but he was just saying a lot of young hip-hop art, you know, young hip-hoppers. They wouldn't understand it. But they're the main ones telling me now, like, wow, I love this cover, you know. So I think the public is underestimated sometimes. You know, I don't want to ever underestimate my crowd. I always want them to be open to new music and open to what I do. And so I never cut myself off. And that was one of the things I just said, you know what, I'm going to go with my gut on this one. And it worked. It worked.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a wonderful picture.
Thank you.
Well, I see that you also have Twitter and Facebook accounts. So how do you use them to promote yourself and your music?
Well, I connected a lot of it to my Instagram because now I think a lot of people are going through Instagram a little bit more. They stay on Facebook just to keep in touch with family, but Instagram is pretty popular. So I connected my accounts to my Instagram, and it made it so that I can be more frequent with my responses because I'm always taking pictures. And so it was just one of those things where, you know, I might as well connect them so people can see what I'm doing during the day. And I use my Twitter to just reach out to people. You know, I met a lot of artists and recording artists and just hitting them on the DM sometimes and getting good responses from my music. I like to make sure that I send it out to a couple key people, you know, that I know in the industry. And most of the time, that's the best way to get them is to DM them through Twitter. And so I utilize it quite a bit. Pretty much every day I put something up on Twitter, either pictures or information or what I call aura quotes. My quotes of the day, I put a lot of those up. So I utilize it very, very well just to promote myself as an artist.
Well, speaking of being an artist, since Amused Now is about artists helping artists, what advice do you have for other artists who are trying to make a name for themselves?
Well, I don't want to be cliche and say keep going, but that's really what it's all about. It really is about staying up with what's happening and not necessarily having to go with the flow of everything that's happened. It's good to go against the grain, I would say. Go against the grain because you might find something that people want to hear. I think like I said, never underestimate your listener or your audience, and I don't ever want to do that. I never want to sell myself short. And so my advice would just be to, you know, constantly reinvent yourself, search for different things to keep you connected to the ground level as well as the mainstream so that you can have a wider audience base. That would be my main thing because now I know that I would have never been found if I wouldn't have put my stuff online and exposed to people in Australia if I wouldn't have, you know, just kept myself open to something like that.
Right. When you're on the internet, you never know who's going to reach out and try to contact you. So
yeah, you never know. I was so surprised. I got contacted by these guys in Australia like 4 years ago, and it's been great ever since. You know, and I have another single dropping through them as well. So, and hopefully at the end of this year, I was supposed to go last year, but around January, I'm hoping to be going to Australia.
And what's the name of your project in Australia and the name of the group that you work through? Just for
the name of the group they're called the Black Dogs, and they're on the Vicious recording label. It's a pretty it's been going for 20 years. That label is a very seasoned label, and Black Dogs is a great group. They're like a group of DJs and artists, and it's like electro synth hip hop. You know, really good stuff.
Awesome. We'll have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Oracle Jayne Doe, it's been fabulous talking with you today and getting to know you. I hope that when we launch our e-commerce site later this year, you'll consider adding Amused Now to your music distribution network. And I just wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you interviewing me, and hopefully this will be something we can do in the future. Once things come out again.
Oh, most definitely. We'll have to keep in touch.
Hmm.
You have a great evening.
You too. Take care.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Kahn, founder of Amused Now. This featured artist presentation has been brought to you by Amused Now Entertainment, a website that enables artists to profit from their creativity. To learn more about Amused Now, visit us at www.amusednow.com or email me at ckahn@amusednow.com.